Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again, and today LEGO has finally revealed our first look at the complete Marvel Studios minifigure series. I'm really excited about this, but I kind of can't believe that once again LEGO has dumped something as big as this on their website with no press release. And we have seen a couple of these minifigures leak. We got Sylvie, Wanda, Sam Cap, and White Vision. Oh, and Spider Man. But actually, a lot of these we're seeing for the very first time. So let's take a closer look at this series. First off, I love all of the new hair pieces. Monica Rambeau is one of the most useless minifigures in this series, in my opinion. I love Monica, but I mean, look at this minifigure compared to the other ones. She did not need this amount of detail. She definitely should have been replaced by Agatha, but I'm thrilled to see that she's getting a new hairpiece that looks amazing. Then we also have, it looks like the same hairpiece used on Sam and T'Challa. This is also our very first T'Challa face, so that's super exciting. I'm going to be bouncing around a little bit. And he does have a new mold for his Star-Lord helmet as well. Then we've also got a brand new hair mold for Captain Carter, which looks freaking amazing. I'm so glad that they made a new piece for her because I didn't like the piece that they used in the What If set. And she also has a new face print here. My only confusion is why LEGO didn't use this exact hair and face in the What If set as well as the CMF series. I'm really hoping that she has her Captain Carter mask on the other side, but this figure looks perfect to me and I'm really excited to get it. Now I'll try to go like kind of in order, I guess, instead of bun jumping around. Sylvie looks okay. I absolutely detest her face print. Both she and Wanda have stupid smiles for no reason. She should really not be smiling like that. I also think that her and Monica having unprinted legs in a $5 CMF series is really dumb. I don't care that they have dual molded, or sorry, Monica doesn't even have dual molded arms. I don't care that Sylvie has dual molded arms. I don't care that they have new hair molds. They need to have leg printing. I mean, they do wear black pants in the show, but I mean, even a little belt or something. On Monica, I don't think it's that bad because that's what she looks like in the show. But for Sylvie, it's odd to go from such a detailed torso to such plain legs, so I wish she at least had some hip printing. She does come with Alligator Loki, this new, like, kind of baby alligator mold, but he doesn't have any horns, which I think is kind of lame. I would have liked if those were at least printed on. Like I said about Star-Lord T'Challa, he looks really great. Regular Loki looks okay. I like the hairpiece choice. I like his little TVA mug. And Throg is very interesting. That is not how I thought that piece would look at all. I think that that tiny Mjolnir is a new mold. And I don't even know if he has a cape. I hope it's printed on the reverse. But yeah, the color, the mold, this looks like nothing like what I expected. It looks too large to me. Like, I would have expected something as small as Baby Groot. Monica's accessory is also pretty lame. I think, again, she has no leg printing. LEGO could have made a new mold for a sword drone. Gamora looks good, but once again, no new mold for her at all. I really think her sword needed a new mold. That's a super, super lame version of, Thanos' double-sided sword. They should have at least used the same build as the Sanctuary 2. But her printing looks amazing. I especially love her arms because they're dual molded and printed on top of that. But also her hair. I'm not thrilled about that. I thought that she would have an armor piece because she's wearing quite large armor in the show. So I think that she should have a shoulder piece. And I would have, again, liked to see a new hair mold for Gamora because this is super overused and also doesn't really look like her hair. Zombie Captain America. I hate zombies. I've been saying that this whole time, so this was one of my least anticipated figures. It looks really good, but it's still probably my least favorite minifigure in the series. My favorite part is definitely the shield print. But again, this guy's super detailed. I just hate zombies, so I don't really care about him. Doctor Strange, Peter Parker, whatever this is, he looks very good. I do think this suit is a little bit over detailed. Like, there's way too many black lines. It's just too busy. But it looks really good. And again, we finally have our first Peter Parker face print because the one that LEGO's been reusing in sets doesn't really count to me. Then Bucky looks okay. Again, there's quite a quality difference in this series because he also doesn't really look like a $5 minifigure to me. I mean, look at the difference between Monica and Sam Wilson Captain America. How are those minifigures worth the same amount of money? That's what really annoys me about this series, that there's such a stark difference between the minifigures, and Bucky's okay, but he's, again, not one of my favorites. Sam Wilson, on the other hand, is one of my favorites because this Captain America looks incredible. This seems like a new wing piece for him, like a new wing mold with these wing tips added on. And that looks really good because I hated his brick built wings in Infinity War. So I'm much happier to see like good kind of brick built but kind of molded wings here. The minifigure is super detailed, new hair mold. Again, I think it's the same one that's used on T'Challa. Or actually no, they actually look different. So maybe T'Challa's hairpiece is a new mold, which would be kind of insane to me. However, this is another figure that I think looks over detailed, especially on the sides. Like he has so much side leg printing that it becomes absolutely ridiculous and looks like a bootleg to me. But I really like all of the printing on the front and on the arms. Wanda, I guess I haven't ranted about Wanda on my YouTube channel before, but I hate this figure. Torso looks fantastic. The legs look fantastic. Her arms look fantastic. But one glaring omission is that she's missing her waist cape. Again, don't know why LEGO can't shell out to give her a skirt in either the set or the CMF. And I hate the hairpiece. It looks absolute garbage. This is like the biggest letdown of the series ever for me because her crown looks like it's growing out of her face. LEGO can't even print it to the edges, so it really looks like she's got a crown made of hair around her face, which just looks terrible. It's like it's way too large compared to the series. It doesn't have any of like the detailing from the series, which again I wouldn't have expected from a mold, but I mean this is just a print. I really expected this hairpiece to be dual molded, not one mold with a bad print on it. And I also still hate that face because Wanda doesn't smile like that. So I don't know why LEGO made her a face that looks like that. I expected Wanda's hair to be like Sylvie's, where you have the crown actually coming out from the hair. And I forgot to mention this, but I don't love Sylvie's hair mold either. The crown looks great, the horns, I mean, but her hair looks like it's wet. It does not have any of like the volume and the fluff that it does in the show, which I think is also, again, not great. Because I mean, look at Monica's hair. We know LEGO can do fluff. But finally, we have White Vision. I like his computer accessory, and he looks good as well, except in a couple areas. I think there's too much gold on him. Again, this is another figure that is completely over-detailed. White Vision did have really, really pale gold accents in the show, so pale that they looked white or silver. So having so much gold on him is complete overkill in the series, I think. The stone in his head is yellow or orange instead of blue, and then he doesn't even have like icy blue pupils. That's a concept art issue, I guess, but it's still disappointing. However, my biggest issue is, all the gold detailing, and it actually looks like his cape is one of those one-hole capes which never stay down, so that's also kind of annoying. So now I've spent enough time on that one image. Let's click through the rest of them. The bag looks great. It's interesting that they're marketing this as Marvel Studios, not specifically Disney Plus, as these are only from the Disney Plus shows. But I'm really excited for this series still. I know I have a lot of gripes with it. I particularly love this image, like with the four kind of like logos back there. I think that looks really cool. And again, I think some choices could be better. Like I would have much rather had Agatha than Monica, for example. But these figures look really cool. I'm just thrilled to finally be getting our first Marvel minifigure series. Even though some of it's a letdown, I mean, like this is still going to be really helpful to improve existing figures, and most of these are pretty cool. So that's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.